When the city of Darebin was first established, this Reservoir Library here was under threat from privatisation of library services, which was something that had emerged during the 2 years of Commissioner rule and of Jeff Kennett. Communities lobbied all around the state and fought off that privatisation. And here in the libraries of Fairfield, Northcote and Preston and Reservoir were all defended, and Reservoir had its own chapter of community people who came together to defend the library. This library's now been replaced with a new library addition in Edward Street on the Civic Centre site itself, and yet it's remained for 3 years vacant, and any suggestions from the community to use it to address homelessness or address Aboriginal issues have been blocked with a bureaucratic reply that there's some kind of asbestos in the building and can't be used. Interestingly, for decades and decades, the community did use it with asbestos in it. Presumably that was safe, but now suddenly it's used by the bureaucrats just to block any change here or any community use. Now, more recently we've had the issue of council issuing a permit for a new police station on the very edge of Darebin on Monies Road, on the edge of Whittlesea, and that was amazingly a 90-person office being okayed on just 3 housing blocks. And it's rather strange that this site, when the police command were asking the council if there was any land where they could stay in central Preston, where obviously there's going to be high density development, there's going to be a transport hub, there's been the level crossing removal, this is going to be a major activity centre of the city, they were told the council had no land. In fact, the council not only has the library, it has the car parking here, which is a considerable site that is zoned for multi-storey area and in our structure plans. So it is rather bizarre that part of this site wasn't offered to the police. They would have been anchor tenants. Even if we could have just housed 40 or 50 police here, we would have had a fantastic facility that anchored day-to-day business for our shops here and obviously maintained an increased sense of security for people in the area. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of how these top-level discussions occur without any discussion with traders, without any residents' discussions, and with debate again gagged at the planning committee when the issue came up, and councils were instructed and obediently followed, not debating the future of the police presence in this area. So again, another major blockage in the city, which is being done down at Preston Town Hall, and again, a repeat of what used to happen under the previous councils from time to time, which is millions of dollars floating around on feasibility studies and central planning, and actually buildings and facilities not being swung into action to support the homeless, community meeting rooms, or to be used as sites to preserve government jobs in the region. So here we have a major site, could be leveraged for social housing, could be leveraged for economic development, could be leveraged to keep some jobs here and reactivate both Broadway and Edward Street. But no, bureaucratic blockages and rather naive L-plate councillors have missed the opportunities here. And it's a shocking waste of public resources going on right here in Ralph Street Reservoir.